Your baby was easygoing. They went to grandma, to the babysitter, to practically anyone. Happy, curious, no complaints. And then, somewhere around 8 months, everything changed. Now they sob the instant you hand them off. They reach for you the moment you step out of the room. It looks like a step backward. It feels like something broke. What actually happened is the opposite. Your baby's brain just completed one of the biggest developmental leaps of the entire first year. And the clinginess is the proof. If you're in the thick of this right now, I want to name something before anything else. The constant need to be held, the protest at every handoff, the separation anxiety that makes leaving the room feel impossible. This stage is genuinely exhausting. You're not imagining it. But there is a reason for all of it, and the reason is going to completely change what you see when you look at this phase. Researchers at Harvard Center on the Developing Child and attachment scientists from Bowlby through Ainsworth all point to the same window, roughly 3 to 12 months, as one of the most critical wiring periods in the human lifespan. The brain is not just growing, it is building the architecture that everything else will be organized around. And your baby's behavior right now is showing you that construction is on schedule. Here is what is happening inside your baby's brain between roughly 3 and 12 months. Harvard Center on the Developing Child has produced some of the most cited research on early brain development. And their clearest finding for this window is this: the brain is not shaped primarily by what the baby experiences passively. It is shaped by back and forth exchanges between the baby and a caregiver. They call it serve and return. The baby serves: a look, a babble, a reach, a cry. The caregiver returns: eye contact, a word, a touch, a response. Each exchange is not just a moment of connection. It is a synapse firing, a neural pathway being laid. Think of it like this: the brain is building a highway system, and serve and return is the traffic that paves the road. A signal goes out, the baby babbles. A response comes back. You lean in and babble back. The synapse fires. The road gets a little smoother, a little faster. Repeat that tens of thousands of times in the first year, and you have built the foundational infrastructure that emotion, language, and learning will travel on. This is the wiring phase. And here is where the clinginess connects, because the other development happening in this same window is the emergence of object permanence. Jean Piaget mapped this first. In the sensoromotor stage, somewhere between 8 and 12 months, a baby's brain develops the capacity to hold something in mind when it's out of sight. Before object permanence, out of sight is genuinely out of mind. After it, the baby knows you exist when you leave the room. They know you went somewhere, and they know you have not come back yet. What that means for their behavior, most parents never get told this part. Here is what most parents don't realize: the sudden separation distress, the stranger wariness, the sobbing when you hand them off. These are not signs that something went wrong with your baby's attachment. They are signs that something went right. John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth, whose decades of research built the foundation of attachment science, both made this point clearly. A baby who protests your absence has formed a specific, differentiated attachment to you. They have done the work through hundreds of serve and return exchanges, are building an internal model of you as their secure base. A securely attached baby is often more distressed at separation, not less. The protest is the attachment working as designed. Stranger wariness is the same mechanism from a different angle. To know that a face is unfamiliar, the baby first has to have your face memorized. The wariness is evidence of the skill. The clinginess and the recognition are two sides of the same developmental coin. One practical anchor for this stage: the research from Ainsworth's strange situation studies points to something specific that helps secure attachment deepen during exactly this window: predictable, warm returns. Brief separations followed by reliable, calm reunions teach the baby's nervous system that you leave and you come back. That pattern, the departure and the return, repeated, is what builds the internalized sense of security that will eventually let them tolerate separations without protest. You do not need to avoid leaving. You need to return warmly and consistently. Name what's happening when you go. Say you're leaving and say you'll be back. The baby can't process the words yet, but the tone, the ritual, the consistency, those land. And if this stage is intense for your baby, if the protest seems disproportionate to you, or if anything about what you're seeing feels off, your pediatrician is the right next conversation. Every baby moves through this window on their own timeline. Back to your 8-month-old who went from easygoing to clingy overnight. Nothing broke. The brain just reached a new milestone, object permanence, the capacity to hold you in mind when you're gone. Serve and return, the back and forth exchanges of the first year, physically wire the brain's neural architecture. Harvard, Bowlby, Ainsworth, Piaget, they all point to this window as foundational. The clinginess means the attachment is working. The stranger wariness means the brain knows who is not a stranger. Brief, predictable separations with warm, reliable returns are what deepen the security. If any of this concerns you, the intensity, your baby's pace, anything that feels off, your pediatrician is the right guide. Your baby did not step backward. They just learned you exist when you're gone. That is the whole thing. That's Ages and Stages Part 2. Next, what happens when the first words arrive and the toddler years begin? Why the same brain that just got object permanence is about to start testing every limit you have, and why that too is exactly on schedule. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and thank you for watching.